Hello and welcome back to Dan-Ger. It's spooky season and I'm here in Warwick, a town over 1,000 years old with many ghostly tales. So join me as we peel back the veil between our world and the next. The old medieval entrance and exit to Warwick remains next to the Lord Leicester, and it is now used as a pedestrian footpath into town. But it harbours a resident who lost their life just around the corner. Hannah Miller was a young girl who was shot and killed by her mad neighbour in the 1800s. Her body was taken to a nearby pub by a surgeon, but it was too late. Now, on late nights in Warwick, some locals have reported seeing an image of a young girl dressed all in white, her clothes stained with blood. Westgate is completely unlit at night. Are you brave enough to walk down it? For hundreds of years, the residents of Warwick have been plagued by the vision of the great black dog, said to be the spirit of a former servant to the castle, who was banished for her greed. When she returned as a beast, the dog began to track down and kill the housewives of Warwick, who had revealed her swindling ways to the Earl of Warwick. Nowadays, the beast doesn't kill anymore, but still continues to prowl the streets. Seeing her will bring you 1 year and 1 day of bad luck. So, you had better watch out. The Oak House, which is now a very nice tea room, was the home of Thomas Oaken, a wealthy merchant from Elizabethan times, who was well loved and well off. After he died, he left all of his money to Warwick, setting up houses for the poor. A feast was even held in his name every year for charity too, which he would have been very pleased with. But those who visit the tea rooms may be in for a surprise, as Thomas Oaken's ghost can still be seen and heard in the house. It's said there is a lot of ghostly activity on the stairs in particular, as you hear his footsteps wandering up and down. Luckily, Thomas Oaken is said to be a benevolent spirit who is likely glad to see so many people enjoying his lovely home. Of course, one of England's oldest and most impressive castles is also one of the most haunted. From the ghost of Fluke Gravel in Westgate Tower to the little girl who can be seen in the Undercroft, to the footsteps in the corridors, the rattling doors of the Great Hall, and many more. Warwick Castle has too many ghost stories to put into one video. You might have to create one yourself. So when you visit, don't be surprised. if you see someone or something that should not be there. One of Warwick's most impressive looking pubs was ironically first built to give people a place to drink and remain sober. Now it is a popular venue for locals and visitors alike, but the kitchen staff have had some bad luck there in the past. In recent years there has been strange occurrences, from poltergeist activity in the kitchen to strange pools of water appearing with no obvious source. Outside, you'll notice a walkway connecting the central building. The door that joins it to the pub tends to be a temperamental one, which reports that it locks itself and will only open if you knock and ask politely. This is a strange one, as the Lord Leicester Hospital isn't actually as haunted as it used to be. The story goes that shortly after being set up in 1571, the people living at Lord Leicester began to see ghosts of a headless knight wearing armour that existed 200 years prior, but no one had any idea who he was, and for hundreds of years he would be spotted roaming the corridors in search of something he was missing, but not his head, it would turn out. In the 18th century, refurbishment works then started taking place in the chapel of St. John's, the small church next to Lord Leicester. Workmen found in the wall that had been bricked up, with the space behind it. They took the bricks away and found the rusted body of the knight, with no head. The body was immediately given a Christian burial, and ever since, the headless knight was never seen again. When the night is dark and the traffic dies down, you may hear some odd sounds in the night. The soft ringing of bells means that the ghost of Piers Gaveston is nearby. Piers was put upon a horse covered in bows and bells and made to trot from Warwick Castle to Blacklow Hill on the edge of Warwick, where he was executed. He had managed to annoy every earl and baron in England, and it was the Earl of Warwick who decided to rid England of this annoyance. If you manage to visit Blacklow Hill, you can find the stone monument placed on the spot where he died. But visiting brings a feeling of unease and nausea. So there we have it, some ghostly tales to chill the blood. But you needn't worry, because ghosts aren't real. Or are they? Goodbye.